Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. A lot to get to this morning, but the big story still, it is pretty cold this morning, but not as cold as yesterday. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick telling us more about when we can expect more 40-degree, more warmer weather. Thomas, is it coming today?
It is not coming today, but it is in later on in the forecast. It's within the 7-day, that is for sure. We are in a step in the right direction after hitting a low of 5 degrees yesterday. We've just been kind of at 17 so far today. So we're already better off by 12 degrees already this morning. That's not an insignificant step, but it is still pretty cold out there. Sunrise just about 15 minutes away or so with a wind chill of 10 degrees. That's right, even a 5-mile-per-hour wind still makes it feel pretty cold, but at least our temperature change is pretty significant on the positive side, anywhere between 8 to 22 degrees warmer this morning compared to yesterday. So we're going to get closer to the freezing mark today, but not quite to 40 degrees just yet.
Well, our area will see below freezing temperatures again tonight, which means the threat of frozen pipes.
So to make sure that your pipes do not burst when the weather eventually warms up, try and set your faucet to a constant drip. Another tip is to insulate the pipes outside of your home, even if that means just wrapping them with a towel. Plumbers say that keeping your house warm is actually the best way to prevent your pipes from freezing.
If you're around, just make sure that your garage is staying shut. You're getting your garden hoses, taking off the hose bibs on the exterior of the home. If there's a well house or something, that there's heat inside of those. Another big thing, mobile homes, the skirting on the sides, you want to make sure that those are sealed really well and insulated and stuff like that.
You can also open your cabinet doors in your kitchen and bathroom to let the warm air in. Now, if you do have plans to leave town anytime soon, don't turn off your heat and keep your thermostat above 55 degrees. Also, when it's this cold out, make sure that you're wearing the appropriate clothing because, man, it's going to be really cold today.
Yeah, any exposed skin is at risk of frostbite anywhere between 5 and 30 minutes, all depending on just how cold it is outside. The most important thing to remember is dressing in layers and covering exposed areas as much as you can. Here's a few more tips you should keep in mind with the cold weather in play: to use de-icer to melt ice on sidewalks and driveways, cover any exposed faucets outside. It's also a good idea to have some extra groceries and supplies on hand in case of power outages.
It's just about 7:04 right now. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. The Air Force Office of Special Investigations is looking into a school at Fairchild Air Force Base for not reporting the alleged abuse of a student. Court documents show that staff members at Michael Anderson Elementary were reportedly told that a 6-year-old student had been possibly sexually assaulted, but never notified police or CPS. We reached out to the Medical Lake superintendent, who told us his staff did report these allegations and that his staff is well trained in reporting abuse allegations. Well, one of 2 suspects accused of attacking 4 Pierce County substations last month is out of jail this morning. 32-year-old Matthew Greenwood was released on bond. He's now required to undergo treatment for substance abuse and wear a GPS tracker. Well, the number of wolves roaming Idaho's forest is now dropping. Idaho Fish and Game says the wolf population in 2022 dropped by about 13% compared to the year before. That means there are about 200 fewer wolves in Idaho. In 2021, Fish and Game expanded wolf hunting and trapping methods, including the elimination of tag limits, meaning that hunters can now get an unlimited number of tags to hunt wolves.